Hey, it's Miss Phelps, and today we're going to be talking about triangles. So I know you already know quite a bit about triangles, so some of this is going to be reviewed to you, but I think a little bit of it will be new to you. So let's get started. All right, so first thing I want to talk about is actually a polygon, because a triangle is a type of polygon. A polygon is a closed-sided figure in a plane made up of segments that only intersect at vertices. Okay, so basically it's just straight lines that have corners or points. Okay, there's no circles on it or curved sides. All right, so a triangle is a three-sided polygon whose interior angles have a sum of 180 degrees. I think most of you already know that. Okay, so triangles are made up of sides and angles. These two categories are how they, I think I maybe messed that up, are how they are sorted into groups. The angles category is made up of acute, right, and obtuse angles. Okay, so, and you already know that. I mean, you've been doing acute, right, and obtuse since, I know, the 5th grade, maybe younger than that. All right, the one you may not know is equiangular. An equiangular triangle is an acute triangle that has all equal sides. So obviously if all the sides are equal and it has to equal 180 degrees, then all the angles must be 60 degrees. All right, the other category is the sides category, and they're made up of scalene, isosceles, and equilateral triangles. Now, it's probably been a little while since you've talked about those, so I just want to give you just a brief reminder of what those are. First of all, scalene means that no sides are equal, so every single side is a little bit different. Isosceles says that at least 2 sides are equal. Now, it doesn't mean that only 2 have to be equal. It just says at least 2, and that's important because they really don't stress that a lot in elementary. And the last one is an equilateral triangle, and this means that all the sides are equal. So an equilateral triangle is actually an isosceles triangle also. So I wanted to show you these two diagrams because I think they're really helpful as to just letting you know which is which. And if you notice on the left side over here, we have triangles classified by their angles. And if you'll notice, there's acute angles, there's right angles, and obtuse triangles. Now, inside acute is equiangular because, like I said, an equiangular triangle is also acute because all the sides are 60. I mean, all the angles are 60, not the sides. Okay, over here we have them classified by their sides. And we said that scalene said that no sides were the same. Isosceles says at least 2 sides are the same. And equilateral says that all 3 sides are the same. And like I said, equilateral is also isosceles because isosceles just states that at least 2 sides are equal. All right, let's go on. The next 2 pages are more just a refresher than anything else. I think you'll probably have this without any problems. Okay, the first part is just going through and making sure you know how to name the sides and angles of a triangle. Okay, so you could name the sides. You could call this first one AB because it goes from point to point and it's a line segment. Or you could have BC or AC, and obviously those are not hard. The vertices, which are the corners, are A, B, and C. The angles, remember you can name an angle by 3 points, and the angle you're actually talking about needs to be in the middle. So if I was actually talking about angle B, I would say angle CBA or ABC, but B has to be in the middle. And if you notice this over here, this first one, it says BAC, and they're talking about angle A. These two correlate with the one right underneath it. So the letter, the angle that you're actually talking about needs to be right in the middle. All right. Then it goes on to talk about acute is less than 90, right is exactly 90. You know these things. The sides forming the right angle are called legs, and the opposite, the right angle, is called the hypotenuse. Okay, so on here, the legs would be AC and BC, and then my hypotenuse is going to be right there, and my hypotenuse is always opposite of the right angle. So right here, where my right angle is, this has to be your hypotenuse. Ooh, my drawing is bad. Well, you've been knowing that for some time. It's okay. All right. And then the last one that's on the sides is obtuse. And remember, we said that obtuse is greater than 90. You already knew that, so I'm not going to waste a lot of time on that one. Okay, the next set are the sides. And I know you don't get quite as much time with the sides, so I wanted to just show those one more time.
Margie, please come to the office.
Well, you got to love those announcements. All right. The next one is scalene. Scalene, remember, it says no sides are equal. So let's say this left side might be 5, this side over here might be 10, and then this long side would be 12. Okay, so just none of the sides are the same. And remember, to show that, we use those tick marks. All right, the next one is isosceles. And isosceles, the great thing about isosceles is you know that at least two sides are the same. Okay, so BC and AB are the same, but also their base angles are the same. So down here, angle C has to be the same as angle A. All right, that's isosceles. And then the last one is equilateral. And you know equilateral means that all sides are the same, so each one has the same amount of tick marks, and all angles are the same. So A, B, and C are exactly the same amount, and that's why they have a congruent symbol over here on the left. Okay, you can plan on Monday. We are probably going to be having a quiz, a notes quiz, so make sure you have all your stuff filled in. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope our volleyball girls win this weekend, and don't forget, make good choices. Have a great weekend.